Guys, like, have you ever heard about the top 10 cursed towns where people keep disappearing? No? Well, I'm gonna show you today. We're talking about places where people just vanish like poof, gone. It's creepy, it's unsettling, and honestly, it's got me shook. So buckle up, grab your crystals, and get ready for a wild ride as we explore these mysterious places. First up, we're headed to Terlingua, Texas. This small remote town is nestled in the Chihuahuan Desert, near the Rio Grande and the Mexican border. It's a place where history and mystery intertwine, creating an atmosphere that's both fascinating and eerie. Now, this place was once a booming Mercury mining town, known for its rich deposits of cinnabar, the ore from which mercury is extracted. During its heyday in the early 1900s, Terlingua was bustling with miners and their families, all drawn by the promise of prosperity. But when the mines dried up, so did the population. The once thriving community dwindled, leaving behind a scattering of abandoned buildings and empty streets. The echoes of the past still linger in the air, a silent testament to the town's former glory. Now, it's basically a ghost town, literally. The remnants of the old mining operation stand as ghostly sentinels, watching over the deserted landscape. It's a place where time seems to have stood still, preserving the memories of a bygone era. People who visit Terlingua say there's this super eerie vibe, like the town itself is alive with unseen energies. The fog that sometimes rolls in adds to the mysterious atmosphere, shrouding the ruins in a veil of mist, like something's watching you from the shadows. The dark corners of the abandoned buildings seem to hold secrets, whispering tales of the past to those who dare to listen. And get this, there have been reports of strange disappearances and ghostly sightings. Visitors have claimed to see apparitions of miners, their ghostly forms flickering in and out of existence. Some say the ghosts of miners still roam the abandoned mines, searching for that elusive mercury. It's as if their spirits are bound to the land, unable to move on until they find what they seek, searching for that elusive mercury. The idea of these spectral miners continuing their eternal quest adds a chilling layer to the already spooky atmosphere of Terlingua. I mean, can you imagine walking through those deserted buildings, the wind whistling through the broken windows, and feeling a cold breath on your neck? The sense of isolation and the weight of history pressing down on you would be overwhelming. The wind whistling through the broken windows, carrying with it the whispers of the past. It's a sound that can send shivers down your spine, making you feel like you're not alone. And feeling a cold breath on your neck? That would be enough to make anyone's heart race. The sensation of being watched, of something unseen lurking just out of sight, is a common experience for those who visit Terlingua. I'd be running for the hills. The fear of the unknown, the thrill of encountering the supernatural, it's all part of the allure of this ghost town. But some people, they're drawn to this kind of creepy stuff. They come from all over, seeking the thrill of exploring a place steeped in mystery and haunted by the past. They say Terlingua is like a magnet for paranormal activity. The town's eerie charm and ghostly legends continue to attract thrill seekers and paranormal enthusiasts, all hoping to catch a glimpse of the otherworldly. Next, we travel to Vermont, but we're not here for maple syrup. We're here for the Bennington Triangle. This area is basically the Bermuda Triangle of the Northeast, and it's been shrouded in mystery for decades. It all started in the mid-20th century when people started disappearing without a trace. Hikers, hunters, even townsfolk, just gone. One of the most famous cases is that of Paula Weldon, a college student who vanished while walking on a trail. They say she was just gone, like she walked into thin air. The creepiest part, they never found a single clue. Some say it's aliens, others blame it on some unknown creature lurking in the woods. Now, let's head up north to Portlock, Alaska, a remote fishing village that was abandoned in the 1950s. Now this place is seriously isolated, like middle of nowhere isolated. Locals will tell you that the reason everyone left is because of something sinister. They say strange creatures, maybe even Bigfoot, terrorize the town, snatching people from their homes. Imagine being a fisherman, out on the water, and seeing something massive and hairy lurking on the shore. The stories are enough to make your skin crawl. Some say the creatures were drawn to the area by the salmon runs, but others believe they've always been there, lurking in the shadows. Chapter 4, Dudleytown, Connecticut, the Village of the Damned. Next, we're going to Dudleytown, Connecticut, also known as the Village of the Damned. This small, abandoned settlement has a dark and eerie history that has fascinated and terrified people for generations. This abandoned settlement is like something out of a horror movie. Picture a place where the fog rolls in thick, and the trees seem to whisper secrets of the past. The houses, now crumbling and overtaken by nature, stand as silent witnesses to the town's tragic history. Legend has it that the town is cursed, plagued by mysterious deaths and disappearances. Stories of ghostly apparitions and unexplained phenomena have been passed down through the years, adding to the town's sinister reputation. People say the Dudley family, the town's founders, were cursed by King William III of England himself. The curse was said to bring misfortune and tragedy to anyone who settled in the area. Over the years, residents reported strange occurrences like crops failing, livestock dying, and people going mad. These events only fueled the belief that Dudleytown was indeed cursed. It's like something out of a Stephen King novel, right? The eerie atmosphere and the chilling tales make it a perfect setting for a horror story. Today, the town is nothing but ruins, reclaimed by nature. The once thriving settlement is now a ghost town, with only the remnants of buildings and overgrown paths to mark its existence. But some say the curse still lingers, and those who dare to enter the woods surrounding Dudleytown often feel a sense of dread and unease. Visitors have reported feeling watched, hearing strange noises, and even seeing shadowy figures moving among the trees. Whether you believe in the curse or not, there's no denying that Dudleytown has an unsettling aura that continues to captivate and spook those who visit. Chapter 5. Craco, Italy, swallowed by the earth. Now let's hop across the pond to Craco, Italy, a ghost town with a tragic past. This medieval village was evacuated in the 20th century after a series of devastating landslides. But here's the thing. People say the town was cursed long before the earth started shifting. Local legends tell of people disappearing in the town's crumbling streets, never to be seen again. Some say the ghosts of Craco's former residents still roam the empty streets, their mournful cries echoing through the abandoned buildings. It's a haunting reminder of the power of nature and the mysteries that lie beneath our feet. Chapter 6. Kolmanskop, Namibia. Diamonds are forever, but people aren't. Next, we're off to Kolmanskop, Namibia, a ghost town swallowed by the desert. This once prosperous diamond mining town was abandoned after World War I, leaving behind a collection of eerie, sand-filled buildings. But Kolmanskop isn't just known for its diamonds. It's also known for its stories of strange occurrences and unexplained vanishings. Some say the desert itself is to blame, driving people mad with its heat and isolation. Others whisper of a curse on the town, a price to be paid for the riches it once held. Now, let's head back to the United States to Centralia, Pennsylvania, a town forever scarred by fire. This place is basically a real-life Silent Hill. In 1962, an underground coal mine fire ignited beneath the town, and it's been burning ever since. Over the years, residents were forced to flee as the ground beneath their feet literally turned into an inferno. But some people, they stayed behind, clinging to their homes and their history. And that's where the stories get really creepy. People say the fire opened up a portal to hell, unleashing all sorts of nasty creatures into our world. There are tales of people disappearing into the smoke-filled streets, never to be seen again. Chapter 8. Lake Anjikuni, Canada. The Vanishing Village. Next, we're braving the cold and heading to Lake Anjikuni, Canada, home to one of the most unsettling disappearances in history. This remote and icy location is not just known for its breathtaking beauty, but also for a chilling mystery that has baffled experts and locals alike for decades. In the 1930s, an entire Inuit village near the lake vanished without a trace. The village was once a bustling community with families, hunters, and fishermen living their daily lives. But one day, everything changed. Imagine coming across an entire village completely deserted. That's what happened here. The houses were left standing, but there was no sign of life. No footprints in the snow, no signs of struggle, just an eerie silence that blanketed the area. The dogs were found dead, frozen solid, and the graves had been emptied. This added another layer of mystery to the already perplexing situation. Why would the villagers leave their loyal dogs behind, and who or what emptied the graves? It was like everyone just picked up and left in the middle of the night. The fires were still burning and meals were left half-eaten. It was as if time had stopped suddenly, capturing a moment of abrupt departure. But where did they go? Some say they were abducted by aliens, pointing to strange lights seen in the sky around the time of the disappearance. These lights were described as bright and hovering, unlike anything the villagers had seen before, while others believed they were victims of a mass suicide or a natural disaster. Some theories suggest a sudden and severe weather event, while others hint at more sinister human actions. The lack of concrete evidence leaves room for endless speculation. But whatever happened, the mystery of Lake Anjikuni remains unsolved. To this day, the story of the vanishing village continues to intrigue and haunt those who hear it, a chilling reminder of how some mysteries may never be fully understood. Chapter 9. Hoer, Verde, Brazil. The note that haunts a nation. Now let's journey to Hoer, Verde, Brazil, a small village that vanished in 1923. One day, all 600 residents simply disappeared. Their homes were left untouched, food was still on the tables, but there wasn't a single soul in sight. The only clue left behind was a cryptic note that sent chills down the spines of investigators. It simply read, "There is no salvation." What does it mean? Was it a mass suicide pact, a religious cult, or something even more sinister? The mystery of Hoer Verde remains one of the most baffling disappearances in South American history. Chapter 10. Roanoke Colony, North Carolina. Lost in the New World. Finally we arrive at Roanoke Colony, North Carolina. The original American mystery. In 1587 this English settlement vanished into thin air, leaving behind nothing but a single word carved into a tree. Croatoan. What happened to the colonists? Were they attacked by Native Americans? Did they succumb to disease or starvation? Or did they simply pack up and move, leaving behind their old lives for a fresh start? The mystery of Roanoke Colony has captivated historians and conspiracy theorists for centuries. It's a reminder that even in the land of opportunity, some mysteries are never meant to be solved. Outro until next time. So, there you have it guys, the top 10 cursed towns where people keep disappearing. Are these places truly cursed, or are there more rational explanations for these strange occurrences? I don't know about you, but I'm getting some serious chills. If you enjoyed this video and want to see more creepy content, don't forget to like and subscribe. And as always, stay spooky.